Let's keep it going. Now, this comic is the first time to the stage, and he had a little mishap with the door backstage, so you'll understand the end of his intro. He thinks comedy is better than when the doorknob hit him in the nuts this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michael Zeitz!
Hi, my name is Michael, and I'm a snake eater. If I had a superpower, it would be a dual power. First, I wouldn't get caught when I cheat on my diet. Second, all that unhealthy, fast junk food I just love so much would become healthier than any salmon or avocado or, I don't know, whatever other superfoods those quack doctors are saying is healthy today. Don't get me wrong, I like healthy food. If it tastes good, it tastes good. Which brings me to my philosophy on eating. You can't tell me you don't like something if you won't try it. Somebody once called me on this and convinced me to try sweetbreads, which are the thymus or the pancreas of a calf or a lamb, you know, the innards. And the first time I had them, they were fried and delicious. The second time they were, sauteed. Wasn't for me. This kind of brought me to a realization, or better, a reminder. You can fry anything. Fry it, and it's out of this world. Think about it. All right? Twinkies, Oreos, butter, pickles, grasshoppers. Delicious, every single one of them. Michael's second philosophy on eating: it's not cheating if you don't get caught. My problem is, I always get caught, and that's how I became a sneak eater. I actually stuck a couple Oreos in zebra cakes backstage tonight. Here's how it goes. My wife Jane comes home from work at night and she'll say, "Michael, what do you want for dinner?" If I've been good that day, I'll say, "I don't know, babe, whatever you want." On the flip side, if I say, I don't know, a salad or something light, it's usually to make up for that brownie and Rice Krispie treat and Halloween candy beyond the 2 to 3 piece daddy tax that I stole from my son. I always get caught. Like when I go to the supermarket, and you know how they sell the Girl Scout cookies out front? I have to tell my wife that I bought 3 boxes because, well, I'm a sneak eater and I ate the 4th box of Samoas on the way home after my zebra cake. The other night, my wife caught me with a little sugar on the lapel of my jacket. That's because, well, I'm a sneak eater, and when I went to Stop and Shop, I stopped at the Dunkin' inside for a donut when I was there to buy some broccoli and kale and asparagus. The other night, my wife was checking that bag of Halloween candy. When my son brought it home in October, it filled a pillowcase. By November 14th, it filled a Ziploc bag. The snack kind. So, I grew up in a small town in Massachusetts called North Dartmouth. I typically refer to it as a pit stop on 195 between Providence and the Cape. It's a nice enough town, but I don't think the school system really prepared me all that well. You see, growing up, I had a minor speech impediment. It made it difficult to say things with the letters S and L and R. So inevitably, I learned the Massachusetts way to say words. I didn't realize how badly I was disrespecting the English language until I got to UConn. And my first roommate said, "Michael, where are you from?" And I said, "Dartmouth." It wasn't fair that my English teachers had worse accents than I did. My 6th grade spelling bee, semifinals, the winner gets to go to the school-wide date. It's down to me and a girl from my class. Mrs. Coonan says, "Michael, your word is lava." I said, "Lava?" She says, "Lava." Now, I didn't know that I could ask her to use it in a sentence. I just spelled it. L-A-V-A. Lava. I'm sorry, Michael, you are incorrect. Mindy, please spell lava. L-A-V-A. Lava. So growing up, my parents had a lot of rules in the house. You know, stay off the nice carpet, no playing ball in the house. The last person to finish eating had to take the dustbuster and clean the floor. It was like we lived in a museum, all the relics in their proper places. But most of all, we couldn't swear. You see, my parents would threaten me with soap. That's right. That's right. They threatened that if I had a dirty mouth, they'd wash it out with soap. So in preparation for that day, I tasted a bar of soap, and it tasted, ugh. It was disgusting. It tasted like soap. So we would do our best to refrain from swearing in front of our parents. But inevitably, one of these would slip out. I was 13 years old, suited up for my bar mitzvah. Today, I was to become a man. I'm standing on the bima, the podium on the stage at Tiferet Ridgefield Synagogue, ready to read from the Holy Scriptures. Baruch, Atah, Adonai, fuck. I didn't just fuck up. I said fuck over the microphone in front of the 315-member Tiferet Ridgefield Synagogue congregation. I recovered quickly enough, but not before I saw all the kids in the back row shaking their heads, whispering to each other, my parents shaking their heads in the front, and this was never, ever spoken of again. Until tonight. Fast forward 32 years, and I'd like to think I've become a, well-spoken adult. That was until my wife Jane got pregnant with our first son, Peter. Fuck. Don't get me wrong, we were definitely trying to get pregnant, but this shit is real. It's time to stop fucking swearing, Michael. It's like I had to get every fuck and shit out of my system before he was born. I'd gone from a well-spoken adult to a motherfucking truck-driving fuck. I tried all the good substitutes. Fudge, frickin', freaking, effing, but none of them, not one, felt better than a good fuck, which is how we got my son. Thank you very much.